Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to Dragonheir. Dragonheir Season 2 has started on the 15th of the month, 15th of December, and it's called The Fall of the Increscent. We are back in Dragonheir, another sponsored video on the channel. Thank you, Dragonheir, by the way, for sponsoring our channel. And with the Season 2 starting on the game, I think this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to try out the game. There will be a download link down below in the description and comments of the video for you guys to check it out, as well as some good redeem codes, promo codes for you guys to get some freebies to get you started, get going. And if you are aware of the game already, if you've been playing in season 1, then going into season 2, the game feels brand new. It feels like a span new game since the developers have done lots of new optimizations, faster growth in the early game, better working on your system in terms of the optimizations that they performed, as well as adding in more new heroes and a brand new area of the map to explore called the Dragonheir. Okay, that is a brand new area of the map that I feel like we'll have some fun exploring with season 2. This specific area, you can actually get into a boat and just move around within the boat and explore, attack others, visit other islands, attack enemies within the sea, and also get some vendors and just get some stuff through the vendors, right? This new season also has added a new kinsfolk, the merfolk. They've added the 30 new heroes. Different elements have also been added. That is what interests me so much, is the different elements added to the game. If you guys were aware of season 1 mechanics and how they worked, in season 2 the elements now change. Basically, the elemental affinities have now different pairings between them, giving you the bonuses that you need. So you'll need to create different squads, let's say with your fire heroes together with necrosis heroes this time around, while in season 1 we had fire together with poison. If you want, you can get poison together with lightning this time around, but in the last season it was different. And that's how seasons will go with Dragonheir. And I was really wondering to myself, like, would this work in other games, like the one that I cover in this main channel, Raid Shadow Legends? Would that work? Would having seasons work in it? I would definitely think it would create very interesting mechanics and changes between how you face other enemies, especially like the affinity, since these type of games have the affinity system where one can beat a different affinity, or when two different affinities pair together, like we have with Dragonheir. It's a very cool combination that they have done, where in season 2 these now change and you can create different combinations, as well as using the new different type of damage types that they've added into the game. If you guys have seen before the game, we had, let me just show you guys different heroes, okay, and each one of them has different ways of providing damage. The fire heroes would have the wild mechanic behind them, the poisons would have poisons, the frost would have, no, the lightning would have dauntless, and now we have new mechanics coming into the game, and that is specifically for fire, for frost, and for lightning. So fire now also has the burn mechanic there, where burn specific heroes come into play. My last Dragonheir video, I showcased some of the burn heroes that I managed to acquire, and the burn new mechanic is quite cool actually, if you think about it, because it stacks up the burn on enemies, and then you can use heroes such as this guy to basically dispel all the burns and explode them from the target, and just do big amounts of damage. We also have the ice blast mechanic, which is now a very unique way to introduce for the frost heroes that you have. And then we also have the thunderbolt mechanic, where I unfortunately only have one hero and has that mechanic coming into play. And all of this together adds on to the variety that Dragonheir brings into with season 2. They also have very unique things added, like the seasonal mechanics through summons, where you can get summon, you can do summon on season 2 specific heroes. These are the featured summon that we have currently going on, and another 6 hours left for this one, but these will be repeating as time goes on, and these will allow you to get one of the 30 new heroes added into the game specifically for season 2, which is quite cool. All of them look great. I mean, the graphics in this game is out of this world in terms of being a game that is just developed in 2023, launched in September, and it has acquired like massive amounts of downloads throughout. The game is available on all sorts of platforms, by the way. I've been playing it on PC, but I also have it on my phone. It's available on Mac, iOS, Android, and if you have Steam, you can play it on there as well. Epic Game Store there as well, and progression is shared among all devices. So if it's if it's an accessible game that you're looking for, if you have multiple devices, then this is definitely it. And talking about all the new things that they've added, they've added also new dungeons that you slowly work yourself through in this, you know, big open world of the sandbox that you're exploring. You're going into caves, you're finding loot, you're doing your quests, you're fighting enemies. Specifically right now, what I want to be doing is leveling up all my heroes. So that's why I'm doing the flame domain. This is a difficult part of the game, but it's a much required part of the game where you want to be farming and just getting your heroes back together. With Season 2, all the heroes that you acquired in the past remain there. So as you can see, all of these heroes I summoned in the past, they are not gone or deleted like other games do. Other games with seasonal mechanics, when a new season comes in, your characters are basically gone. Well, this one does not do that. Your characters, if you skill them up, it's still there, but every single character now is level 1. So trying into these new affinities is a thing that you can do in terms of making teams work. Like for me, as an example, I'm now using Frost together with Poison, which now creates a new synergy together, and that's what I'm exploring in this season, trying to make teams work with what I have with the new affinities together. And I was thinking about it with Raid, right? Imagine if you could get the different affinities to work together, or having different affinities fight against a different affinity that you would have, let's say, the last season. And let's say, you know, you would have Void now be weak to something else, comparing it to how it's not weak normally within the game. So I think the seasonal mechanics, the seasonal changes would really benefit other games as well. And Dragonheir pioneered this with the seasonal mechanics, and that's what I give them the props with. They're exploring this new type of RPG game. Okay, you're exploring a bit map, you're trying to work on your heroes, but at the same time, you know that by the end of the season, which is 3 months away, wow, this was not an easy thing to do. The boss just eliminated me. I gotta work on my teams there, but or maybe go down a difficulty, because this is not an easy one. The flame domain is definitely not easy. Now, boom, explodes the burns on me, and I'm dead. Yeah, that was not fun. The burns are from the boss, by the way, and I think I'm gonna just stay on the first difficulty, because this is definitely not easy. So other things that Raid would benefit would be also because of the variety of heroes that it does have, right? Similarly to Dragonheir, Dragonheir has a ton of heroes. With each season, they could be adding more heroes, and they could follow along on what Dragonheir does. So they could follow along and see, okay, with Season 2, we will be adding more heroes. With Season 2, the new heroes will have some different sorts of mechanics where players can now focus on and level up again right from the start. But it is something that I don't think Raid would ever do. I don't think they would say, okay, we've decided from now on we'll be doing seasons. I don't think they would go back to whatever they've been doing all these years and just try to make something new and unique. I don't think that's the way that Raid does, and that's why I think Dragonheir will be, you know, top in terms of being an RPG. It's not only because of the graphics, not only because of all of this work that they put into each season, with the quests that they've added, the quest lines, the bosses. There's so many bosses in this game, I lost count, honestly. Season 1, I fought at least, I believe, 10 different bosses. 10 different bosses. Many of them were with very different mechanics from each other. I had to build different teams, and I had to learn different mechanics for each one of them, which makes this like a very deep game if you think about it. It is not a game where you can just sit back and watch your heroes do their thing. This, if you try to beat the highest difficulties, I found that it's very challenging, and it's not as easy as you might think. Although there is an auto button, the auto button is only there to just help you when you've made your strategies right and you've got everything working to your advantage. It's not as easy as it sounds, and honestly, that's what I enjoy in these types of games, when you can actually beat something after figuring out the challenge, the puzzle that the developers just added in there. It's like a puzzle, right? It's like, okay, I will face this boss. What do I need to do? I need to be cleansing the burns that this boss does, like Flame Domain as an example, and I need to figure out on how to use like a cleanser within my team. That's what I have right now. I have a cleanser, but for the first difficulty, it's fine. The second difficulty, you saw what happened. When the cleanse doesn't go off at the right time, you just get wrecked. Another big thing that the developers have added for Season 2 is new artifacts added to the artifact shop. I have these all already bought because I want to get ahead. The new artifacts is, if I believe, it's the 100-eyed robe and the Cosima's Crucible coming in through the artifact shop. And there's also lots of new equipment added that you can farm, different sets that can make your experience much different than what you did in Season 1 in terms of building out, let's say, your attackers, your defenders, your supports with different gear sets that you can farm through the new dungeon bosses. Another huge thing that makes the seasonal aspect so interesting is the season's reward shop. So the Season 1 reward shop, this is rewarding for players who played Season 1 based on their ranking. So my ranking was top 34% out of all players, not in just no, I believe it was just my server, top 34 of just my server. And out of all those players, I managed to get top 34. I got lots of currency, and with that currency, I managed to buy out the avatar frame, some master scrolls, scaling up my legendaries, the misty lens, and I got lots of healer light dice as well to do more summons. This Season 1 rewards shop is like a big mechanic that I feel like it helps the players who remain consistent with playing the game, enjoying Season 1, going into Season 2, playing it as much as they can in Season 2, and then going into the next season and the next season. These rewards will be helping them alongside with the optimizations that the developers will be doing each and every time to get their account back into where they want to be in terms of farming much quicker. And also, like, doing summons is the most enjoyable thing. Just look at how many legendaries I have on my account. It's just nuts. I have so many different new heroes. With Season 2 now, everything was reset, and now I can think of new teams again, which makes it very enticing, I would say, in terms of the whole idea behind the game. And I honestly find it very refreshing thing. So guys, Dragonheir, the link will be there for you guys to download the game, to check it out. Again, if you've never played before, this is the time to do it. Download link will be in the description and comments of the video, as well as some promo codes for you guys to use alongside your journey within the game. If you don't know where to claim those promo codes, it's on the settings tab. You go click on service right here, redemption code, you click go, type it in there, and you get some free stuff for your account. I've claimed it already, so I can't really show you guys, but there's lots of things to do. Dragonheir is an amazing game, lots of depth to it, so try it out. Thank you all. It does support the channel. So I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.